There are tons and tons of podcasts out there. Even I do one. I'm going to show you one that I like next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yes. There you go. Whitney with all the weave, everything, young and innocent. She just wanted to dance with somebody. That's all she wanted to do at that point. I just look at her and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, so great.
Yeah, she's good. Hello, you guys. Welcome to another Spotlight On here at AfterBuzz TV and AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm your host, James Lott Jr., and I'm here to bring you Spotlight on somebody and some persons, peoples, men's. We're going to talk to them about something that they're doing on the web that you guys need to know about right now. You know about them. So they have a podcast, The Davern Show with Marty, of course, but they both are equals. They're equals on the show.
Yeah.
I feel when I listen to your podcast, and it's really funny. And they get guests. I was the one Tyler Posey the other day. I was like, that was a good one. They get people on their show. I'm like, I try to get people on my show and they get them on their show. It's kind of crazy. So we're talking to the stars of this wonderful podcast, and we're going to talk and laugh and get some insight into them. Sitting right next to me, apparently he graduated high school 3 times.
Yep.
That's always on there.
That's true.
Right.
Yes, but you're actually also an actor too, aren't you? You do a bunch of acting gigs.
I am an actor.
Yes.
Yeah, actor first and foremost, podcaster second, but it's becoming first because I'm loving it.
Yeah,
Where is a-hole on that list of 3 things?
Hey. Brett Davern.
And that's why it's with Marty.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the guy who's giving me great hair right now.
Yeah.
I give great hair.
Who also plays guitar, and we're going to show something of his a little later on in the show that just made me smile from ear to ear. Marty Shannon.
Oh, hello everybody. I give the best hair.
You get the best hair.
He does.
He's got good hair. You get good hair
We
too.
were going to call the podcast Hair Live, but we realized that was like a musical from the 60s.
That's
so
right,
and they got all upset, and it was a whole thing.
Then we were going to change it to Hairspray, and that was something else
That
too.
was something else too, and so we changed it to the Brett Davern Show.
Yes.
You know,
The natural progression of things.
in the beginning we were trying to think of like fun, jazzy names for it, and we just really couldn't come up with it. I don't even remember what some of them were actually.
The podcast formerly known as The Brett Davern Show.
Oh yeah, something like that.
We were going to do that.
It was just going to be a symbol, but we didn't know.
A sound. It was just
We
gonna be a
didn't
sound.
know. Yeah. Rest in peace, by the way.
That other guy from
Big
that
ups.
show.
Oh, geez. Our producer.
Yes, off camera.
I don't know if you can hear him on the show, on our podcast too. He just yells from the background as well.
I like that.
So, like, you were like, do you want him to sit in with you? I was like, no.
He
Like,
said,
make
think
him yell
about it.
from the background like he does all the time.
Yeah.
So, Big Ben's sitting over there.
Big
He's our
Ben.
producer, yeah.
You didn't say no like that, though. when
No,
you
I said
asked.
no like this. I went, no.
You're like, no.
No.
Would you like
way.
Ben to also be involved in this? No.
He's like, no. Like, no. It was like he thought in that at
Do you
all.
have a small cage we can keep him in, actually? That would be great.
Oh my God. Okay, so I have a radio show.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it for 1.5 years, so that's something that. But we just released a podcast with my best friend, Cameron Lewis. Shameless plug number 1. No. Cameron did a lot. We just
Shout out
released
to
it.
Cameron.
Cameron Lewis.
Cameron.
So what advice, do you have any advice to give us as we're starting out on this? Of best friends doing a podcast together?
Well, okay. We've only been doing it like 2 months now.
Yeah.
So you have some thoughts, though, I'm
So
sure.
we're pretty new at it.
Yeah.
I would say whenever possible, just if your best friend is talking, just cut him off. Cut him off,
Yeah.
talk over him. Just because that seems to be what I always do.
It will happen multiple times. You guys,
Isn't that right, Marty?
you notice how I'm trained to just stop talking when you do
Yeah,
that?
exactly. You are.
No, I mean, over at the Brett Davern Show, we do zero preparation.
Okay.
Zero.
That's what we do too.
Pretty
Same
much.
thing. Same here.
I pretty much just open the guest IMDb page, and then we just kind of rap and flap from there, But I don't know. What's some advice, Marty?
Because it's a best friend. I want to know more about that part. Like, how do you navigate that?
Well, I think the reason we started the podcast because Marty and I are both huge fans of like a lot of established podcasts. WTF with Mark Maron, Radio Lab. What are some of the ones
This
you're
American
into?
Life.
Yeah.
I like a lot of murder ones.
Yeah, he gets into. Marty's got you'll find it's very dark in here sometimes. But
Double rainbow.
We just wanted to like start one up, and I think the biggest thing we always try to do is like we try to come up with little bits, like recurring things that the audience can latch onto. We play a lot of recurring games. We play like an IMDb star meter game. We call my mom every time. And like completely unrehearsed, my mom will just start talking to like our celebrity guests and like saying weird, like slightly inappropriate stuff to them and stuff. So like those kinds of things become fun. What else, Marty?
I think the best bits that we have are ones that we didn't plan for.
Right, of course.
That's like as far as the best friend thing go. If you are two best friends, you want to start a podcast, your bits will become natural.
Yeah,
it's just it's whatever thing him and I do that we do no matter what, mic's on or off.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they become. I think those are the funniest bits that we have.
I like that because we have tried some of our bits that are kind of actually open our show with kind of like, hey, Ken, what's going on? What are you doing? I always say it to him, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it kind of has become our thing now.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that advice. That's really smart advice.
Yeah.
A side note, we're gonna break this for a second. It's a live chat room that's open, so if anything you want to say, you can add in here. Daniela Gomez says, is he single? But which is the he?
Hi, Daniela.
I assume it's
you, of course. What the hello?
Well, I think everybody knows that I'm single sometimes.
What does sometimes be?
Oh, she's gonna love that.
Does she understand what's going on? Like sometimes.
I think the answer is he's single now.
Right.
Like as of this moment.
We're actually
right after that.
If we're both still here when you get here, yes, we're single.
Oh my God.
No, we're both not actually.
That's true.
Both are taken. They're taken. So whoever he is, he ain't.
No.
That's it. He ain't.
Listen,
but hi, Daniela.
Hi,
Thanks
Daniela.
for asking the question.
She's pretty cute. Daniela Gomez.
I'm sure she is. And in order to like avoid any animosity that Brett and I will have each other, don't say who it is.
Yeah, no, we don't want to know.
Don't tell us.
We don't want to know.
Because I get super angry when people call girls or Brett cute.
Wait, what?
When people call girls Brett.
Yes.
I don't like that either.
Have you guys ever had the are you guys gay rumor? My best friend, we've had that already. We've had that already.
No. Oh, really?
With some best friends, it's like, oh, you guys are really best friends. It's happened to girls and guys sometimes.
Like I could be Marty's beard? Is that what you mean?
He has a beard. Yeah, beard.
Yeah. Beard in the... Yeah.
And I could be your wispy homeless man.
You already are. You already are. No, we haven't... Nobody's asked if we're gay.
Okay.
Why not?
I know. Come on, people.
Why can't I be gay?
Yeah, why can't you?
I mean, come on. Like, it's 2016. Jeez,
you have a right to be if you want to.
I could be.
You could be, that's right.
You exude a very 1950s persona, though, so I think people just...
You have an all-American look.
Yeah.
People just
very
know.
all-American.
Yeah.
Blonde hair,
I mean, look,
blue eyes.
I'm not gay, but I'd like to be asked.
I feel like I can throw anything at you guys. You guys would just, like, take it. Okay,
hey, man.
Do you like German Shepherds?
What is that?
Listen, I'm 3/4 German, and we got a lot of history with German Shepherds, if you know what I mean, and not quite in the positive sense. Yes. So I'm gonna take the negative on that one.
They're pretty dogs.
They are. And super smart too.
I love the way they herd sheep.
Yeah. You know what's scary about German Shepherds, though? Lots of times I'll meet a German Shepherd.
Yes.
At a bar.
I was saying at a bar. I'm going down the street.
And, like, for some reason, they get trained all the time, but, like, in German. For whatever, have you noticed this? So like the owners will be like schnell, and whatever, and I'm like, this is a little too
realistic.
1945 for me. You know, and
just yelling German is 1945.
Out of German Shepherd.
That's why all German people keep their voices down in public.
We don't get loud.
Just in case.
We get loud.
Oh man,
we get loud. That's so funny.
Yeah, so
okay, so wait, how long have you guys been friends?
Well, God, what has it been, Marty? It's probably about 6 years of bliss. Yeah, 6 years.
It's definitely been 6 years.
I haven't started getting that 7-year itch yet. Not quite yet, but it's coming. It's coming soon.
How'd you guys meet?
Well, we met, I think...
With a German Shepherd at a bar.
I'm trying to think of...
Yes, exactly. That's exactly. There's
they
a German
were both
Shepherd.
yelling Schnell.
That's just me.
I want to know that guy.
On a Tuesday.
I would have to think... a while to figure out the first ever meeting. I don't know what that was. I remember we went to, so Marty is the real life boyfriend of Jillian Rose Reed, who plays Tamara, my fake girlfriend, from TV.
Yeah.
So we met through Jillian. But I don't know. I mean, I don't remember like the official first.
That's kind of cool though. I always say, because I have a couple of friends, I don't know how I met them. They're just in my life all of a sudden. Like the ether just brought them in. That can be, it's kind of cool though, because it's just like there was no defining moment.
I do remember. Okay, watch out, because I'm about to drop some names. Okay,
drop some names.
I do remember one of the first times that we actually hung was a party that the cast of Awkward was invited to. It was like some big, like, swanky Hollywood party. Like, hello. And I remember Judd Apatow was there. Do you remember this party?
I think it was like was it the VMAs?
No, it was like in a big house on a hill. You don't remember that? There was like a lap pool in front of the house, and Judd Apatow was there. And the reason I remember Judd Apatow was there. Hold on.
Well, because he's Judd Apatow.
This story is gonna get very Hollywood.
Because you were speaking Schnell really loud?
No, because he came up to us, because we were kind of standing as a cast. We didn't really know anyone there. And he came up and he was like, my daughters are huge fans of Awkward. And I was like, holy crap, that's Judd Apatow. And he's seen our show.
Yeah.
And so I just remember that moment, and I remember you were there, and I think you were wearing like a yellow beanie.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like something I would do.
You wear yellow?
Yep.
Yeah. Yellow like floppy beanie.
Yellow, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you're here. I mean, yellow.
Yeah, I just remember we hung that night, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, cool.
I don't remember, but I take your word for it, Brett. It was a lot of fun, actually.
I also have a really good, like, freakish memory.
Me too.
Yeah,
I have a good memory, too.
Sort of.
He's also got a real freaky memory.
Yeah. But those
You
ones
walked
are...
right into that. I love it.
Those ones are just for me, though.
Yeah, but you don't give that to everybody.
And everyone else on the subway.
Oh my God, that's good. You guys are good.
Are we?
I think I have you guys on my show.
Hey, tune in on iTunes.
That's
You
right.
can get more of this sweet banter.
Now the clip, we're gonna hear something because you can't see it. It's a podcast, folks.
Okay.
We're gonna play a little clip, but it's not as like funny, but it's like you have a lot of guests on your show, and I just want to play a piece of it. So
Okay.
Before we do all that fun stuff, Marty, I got something I need to talk to you about.
Okay.
You go to the gym, right?
I do.
I go to the gym as well, and I see weird stuff at the gym all the time.
Like
potatoes
with arms?
No, like behavior from other gym members.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Like
I remember this.
the other day, I was on the treadmill and I'm running away, and I listen to podcasts while I'm on there. Sometimes ours to review it, but most of the time other people's podcasts. But anyway, I was running on the gym, and I put my phone in the cup holder, and I put my headphones on, and I'm running away, and I do my half hour, and then
You're the worst.
I shut the treadmill off, and I pulled my phone out of the cup holder, and guess what came with it?
so gross.
Someone's chewed gum.
Gross.
That's
And it's like,
Gross.
it's just like, it's a nice gym, you know? I mean, it's not, and I'm like, what, can you explain to me, like, what's going on? What's happening?
Well,
Why is someone putting their gum in a cup holder on a treadmill?
One time I tweeted, and this is a quote from me, if Hitler really is dead,
Oh, no.
then who keeps spitting their gum out in the water fountains at the gym?
I mean, maybe you're overstating it a little bit,
No.
but...
Those people have probably the same mental problems that Adolf Hitler did.
Okay, listen, there's more weird behavior.
So
You
I
ready for
wanted to
this
play
one?
that 'cause I was
After my
laughing so
workout, I
hard
like to go.
when I heard Go Out to See This
Oh,
one.
yeah.
It's very irreverent. It's very funny, but you're
That's-
telling a story and it's kind of part of real
That's
life.
good. You know,
we are funny. Bro.
I don't. Why does this German thing keep coming
I
back
know.
around? Like,
I
Hitler
see.
and all
I
this
just think
stuff?
we go talk about that now, and
Oh,
it's up
boy.
there.
That's why
Yeah.
no one asks you if you're gay.
I can think about that now. For now, I can think about that. And it's like somebody ask him.
Yeah, that's the kind of fun stuff you'll
I know,
hear
it's
on the
good.
Brett Davern show.
No, it's
yeah,
very- it's
yeah.
very good.
Well, I just, I have a lot of complaints and like things I notice in life, I think, and Marty does too. And then we
Yeah.
just have to, we have to talk about them.
Okay, so was there any trepidation of having your name on, like, just really for you, not just for anything else, but for you, because this is your product, your baby.
Yeah.
It's your name. Your full name is on there.
Well, honestly, yeah, actually. I think, a lot of our fan base so far, especially because we're still new, like, knows me from Awkward and whatever. So they know me, as Jake from Awkward. And so, yeah, there was like a little, I didn't know how to feel about it. And also, the best podcasts are the ones where they're able to be free and like speak what's on their mind and say whatever. And so I'm still kind of getting used to that because, when you're on a show, especially one that's run for 5 years, you go through media training and they beat all of the being yourself out of you.
Yes.
So I'm still kind of getting over that, like, just say a non-controversial soundbite and then get out of there. Like, how is it to be on Awkward? Oh, it's really great. I'm really happy to be here for 5 years, and I just couldn't be happier playing Jake. And then you just sit there.
Yeah.
And it's like, so this whole thing, because our podcast runs about an hour usually, and so this like long form way of talking, and also, just sort of being able to talk about what's going on in the world and have an opinion and feel comfortable voicing that opinion is something I'm still kind of getting used to.
I'm going through the same thing because we just started a podcast, and Cameron actually is with the Zach Sang show. He's with them and that whole group. They do silly stuff all the time on radio. For me, I'm much more reserved. Like I said, on camera, I do interviews and stuff. I'm like, now I'm let myself go. And I had things I wanted to say this week, and I'm like, I don't have to censor myself, just kind of say it.
Yeah. It's a weird thing to try to get used to. I mean, also too, like going forward, whether awkward keeps going or not, we still don't know, everybody, so don't freak out out there.
You'll know.
But whether it keeps going or not, or whatever the next show is, it's like we're in this world now where everything is like gotcha, and like social media and all this stuff, and so. Like I still have a little bit in the back of my mind of like, well, be careful because you want to work again.
Right.
So like it's and by the way, not like I'm harboring these like super crazy thoughts, but anything can get you in trouble nowadays.
Yes, it can.
And so when we kind of first started, I was like, so Marty, I'm gonna hide behind you. You say the things that I'm thinking sometimes.
Oh, how funny! Is there anything, Marty, that you basically won't say on air, kind of?
No, but
that's the answer.
Short answer, no.
Yes.
It just if we were on a podcast, like we try to keep it a little bit.
Yeah.
We try to avoid cursing, the harsh curses we bleep. We try to avoid certain. We politics are very.
I think
contentious, so we try to avoid that.
Yeah.
But if I was on a podcast that was open to that thing, I would talk about everything and say everything.
I think to build upon your point, though, I think that like especially because we are so new and we're a lot of our audience is like the awkward audience, and so some of them are a little younger, things like that, or whatever. I'm conscious sometimes of being like. A lot of the podcasts that we listen to, they delve into politics, they delve into religion and all these like really heavy things. And I think for us, like it's fun to kind of provide people like a little bit of a respite and just like pure entertainment. Like, hey, are you a fan of Tyler Posey or Frankie Muniz? Like, just listen to them tell some funny stories and whatever. We don't need to hear what they think about, Trump versus Hillary or whatever. Because and there's also a million podcasts you can listen to that are going through all that.
Right.
And so I kind of like just playing some silly games and having some fun and whatever. But that that doesn't mean that we won't touch on it if it's brought up. But it's definitely not a focus of our show.
I went off the other day on soy sauce packets.
That's good.
Exactly. Because it was like I got upset the other day for real because I went to Panda Express. I love me some Panda. You want to send me some free gift cards?
I know exactly where you're going. Keep going.
So I get my huge 3-plate meal, which has all the stuff in it, the rice and the chow mein. They give me 2 packets, and the packets are smaller now. They're smaller, so it's like I'm like dump. I got like 2 pieces of my crispy shrimp are covered. That's it.
And also, by the way, improvisers everywhere. Yes, and here's the thing with soy sauce packets too. You have to open them like you're diffusing a bomb and you're in the movie Executive Decision with Steven Seagal. Like you're like, I mean, because the liquid in there's so liquidy that you're like, I mean, it's awful. Like, come on, can we figure out the soy sauce packet already?
Next national anthem I hear, I'm taking a knee for soy sauce.
Can I tell you something, James? Can I tell you something, James?
Please tell me.
See, and this is another part of our podcast. Yes. He does that, and then I just act like I didn't hear him.
I like it.
Because the audience heard him, so I don't. And that was. By the way.
Did the audience hear him?
Come on. Don't
hey,
let me
Oh, sorry.
That was a good one.
Here's the other thing. Marty and I just went on a whirlwind adventure to Japan.
Right.
With our good friend Bo Murchoff, who played Maddie on Awkward.
Yeah.
So it was the 3 of us, a bro trip.
I like that.
Broad trip, if you will.
Even though
Jillian, I'm trying to do some tomorrow. Anyway, we were over there in Japan, and we went to McDonald's at the airport because that was really the only, and we were kind of late for our flight anyway. So we ran to McDonald's. I know.
By kind of late, he means we missed our flight.
We did miss our flight, but we went to McDonald's.
So I'm like in Japan, you went to McDonald's.
Yeah, but it was at the airport.
You don't know the week we had.
It was crazy. We were running for the airport. Anyway, we got the fries.
Yes.
And I went over to get the ketchup, right? Like, I'm like, let me get some ketchup. Go back over there. No, they've done it right. The ketchup packets, they're like the barbecue sauce packets.
Oh, yeah.
They've done it right.
Yes.
It's portable.
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense that in this great country of ours, the barbecue sauce comes in a beautiful little thing that's transportable. You can dunk. It's easy.
Yeah.
And the ketchup's still in the old school packet.
I know. And soy sauce for me, you have to learn how to tear it correctly, because it's not just easy as to tear.
Right.
Tear it wrong, then you have no way to open it, and,
Totally.
and you have no soy sauce.
And you're using your teeth, and like your mom will slap it out of your hand, even if you go home as an adult.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm old, so she'd slap it out of my hands.
Marty? Ketchup packets?
No, I don't eat ketchup. Is this the kind of thing you talk about here at After?
No, actually, no. They know me at this place. I talk about everything. Of course, I can get into some serious topics.
I trust you.
Hey,
I
I
trust
told you,
you.
I got complaints, and ketchup packets are one of them.
Yeah, mine too.
Right.
I make people cry on my shows. Don't get me started. I make them cry. And not in a fun way.
I should have gone with I got 99 problems in ketchup.
Ketchup is one.
Right.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, just but
We'll
anyway,
edit that in later. Make
we'll
it
do
sound
later.
like that's what I said.
Smoke and mirrors, work it out
sure,
later.
sure.
But no, it's something that I like that you guys do the same thing. How you talk about something that's going on.
Right.
Yeah.
You make it a little more jokier
Sure,
and silly.
yeah.
I think what's cool is that nowadays, if you want anything relevant, you have to talk about politics,
Right.
the social things that are going on, like the heavy stuff, in order to compete. And so and that's all I listen to too, and that's on a daily basis is all I see.
Yeah.
So it's nice to go every Sunday and record 3 episodes where we don't talk about it at all.
Yeah, it just kind of, I mean, we kind of, and in the beginning too, it's our focus to kind of just go where the guest wants to go to.
Yes.
I mean, that first segment, we usually kind of know what we're going to talk about. I'm like, like annoying things at the gym or whatever. We'll have a topic and we'll talk about it. We also call listeners and like out of the blue, and we have no idea what they're going to say.
Yes.
And then of course we have no idea what our guest is going to say. So, if they want to bring it up and talk about it, we'll go with them, know. But it's not really a...
Well, I just feel like, entertainment comes in all forms, and it's completely okay to be silly and irreverent
Sure.
Yeah.
and not be serious, even in times when there are things going on.
Right.
Because sometimes that actually saves people sometimes.
That's the best.
Yeah, give
The
them,
best.
I mean, if we can provide, like I said, like even just an hour of like, just sort of forget about the horrible, because, this world can be really tough
Yes.
sometimes, obviously.
Yes.
And so,
We're doing what cinema did for the Great Depression in the 1920s.
just
We're doing the same thing.
providing air conditioning.
That and just a respite from the terrible,
I like you talking about the
terrible outside
1930s
world.
and they needed a JFK.
I just like, oh my God.
Ask not what the bread lines can do for you.
No, that was just a random man from Massachusetts.
Oh, you were just trying to do like 21 Skidoo?
Yeah. Hello,
I don't know.
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts.
This is where I need Ben to scream out something.
He's checking LSU football scores or something. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Ben is always either playing Pokemon Go or reading LSU high school recruiting websites.
You know why Brett says that? Is because that's the only other app he knows other than texting.
I don't
Pokemon
Tinder.
Go
And
and
I don't
the text
really
app.
even know
and the Tinder
Pokemon
app.
Go.
And
Yes.
Friendster. Okay,
And
so
Grindr.
It's going down because I'm on Tinder.
What?
Yeah.
He
Is
did a
that?
play on words
my
with Kesha song. Yes. I got it. I'm old. I got it.
Kesha.
I just realized you actually introduced him on your show.
Who, Ben?
Yeah, but you never talk. I think I not really. You
We
always
do.
say he's here.
Yeah, we
I'm just
say
thinking
he's
about it, you
here.
never hear him. Or not like you don't hear him like regularly.
So
Right.
when we play the Star Meter game, he conducts. He's our
Yeah.
Alex Trebek
Yep.
on that one.
Yes.
He's our Southern Alex Trebek, our Bayou Alex Trebek.
He's more of a Pat Sajak,
our
if you ask me.
backwoods Bayou Creole.
Hey, I'm part Creole. My family's from Louisiana, from
Hey,
Shreveport.
listen,
There you go.
New Orleans is.
God.
Is it? Exactly.
There he is.
I actually, my Lyft driver this morning was like, I miss some shrimp and grits that are really good. Not the ones in California, the ones in Louisiana. Yeah, I know. In Louisiana. That's how you say it.
Louisiana.
That's how you say it.
Oh man, I'm not. Look, I'm not kidding when I say it. New Orleans is one of my favorite cities in the entire
fun.
country.
Yeah,
It's
fun.
the best.
Yeah,
It's the
a lot
best.
of fun.
I'm from Florida, so.
I love Florida.
Yeah.
When you go to the state of Florida, no matter where in Florida, you know you're in Florida.
That's the truth.
It's like so weird.
Yeah.
Like I've driven into Florida, I've flown into Florida, I've boated into Florida, whatever. It's like as soon as you get off, you get across that line.
You never forget. You never
I was
forget.
gonna say that, but
Well, I didn't mean it the way that it
Yes.
came out, but still, never forget. You could be. You're right. Anywhere in Florida.
Northerns, Easterns. I mean, I've done the whole gamut of Florida, and it just looks like Florida.
Yeah, if you're standing in like the center of Florida, maybe like with some waders on in the middle of a swamp, it could be Louisiana or Georgia. Maybe
That's true. That's true. Yes, that's true.
Except for you can stand on one side of the state and see the other side. It's so flat. It's the flattest state.
The only thing I will say that's different about Florida, even though you know it's Florida, but it stands apart, is South Beach.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's Cuba, you mean?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Little Havana.
Yes.
I love it there.
I've never been to Florida. No.
Boy.
You've been to Miami? Oh my
I
God.
think I flew
Don't go to
into
Miami.
I think I flew into Jacksonville Airport one time, but then drove to Georgia. Like I got the hell out of Florida as quick as I could.
I go to my neighborhood Publix and go shopping. And
Publix.
I know Publix.
They got Publix in
boy.
Georgia.
My
I've been to
brother
Georgia
actually, his
several
first
times.
job was at Publix.
That's everybody's first job in
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
You can start there when you're like 12.
Yes.
They let you like bag groceries at like toddler
I have
age.
to go to Coral Springs in a month for my niece's new babies and my great niece.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Coral Springs, all right.
It's very
yeah.
nice over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice big house.
For sure. Oh, there you go.
My brother's doing okay.
That's all that matters.
Hello, that's all that matters. That was happening in the world. You have a nice big house in Florida. I'm in.
Sure.
Now, here's something weird that's happening right now. The Brett Davern show just said hello.
Really? Oh, well, that's Ben.
I was like,
Yeah.
I was gonna go, I'm like,
Ben's tweeting
because
over
people are
there.
talking to me, and I'm like, the Brett Davern show just said hi. How can they say hi when you're
Well,
right here?
Yeah.
We've developed an algorithm on our show that has
Yeah.
learned to think and act on its own.
Yeah, Ben does the most of the tweeting. I have it on my phone too. I'll reply every once in a while. Marty forgets we even have a Twitter account, so
that's true.
he just.
I don't forget. I purposefully don't.
There you go, selective.
wanna-
It's
Yeah,
selective
correct.
remembering.
Right. Yes, correct.
That's why I
correct.
say selective memory. Okay,
Sexy
so
memory.
How do you get your guests? Because a lot of them are from, you know them. But,
okay, here's the thing. Like, in all seriousness, we started out doing this show. I was like, it's sort of take off on like the late night format. So
Yeah.
it's like first segment, play a game, have
Yeah.
a guest, play a game, whatever. A little bit like Fallon does it or whatever. And I didn't know how we were going to get guests at all. But then I started scrolling through my phone and I realized that like after being in this crazy business for 10 years,
Oh, wow.
my phone's kind of full of like famous people. And sometimes they're only saved as like their first name, so I don't even remember who it is. So I'm like, Chris, who's that?
That could be anybody's
and like,
business.
you know how like sometimes you're bored or like you're on the toilet and you start scrolling through your contact list, You know what I'm talking about, James. Come on.
I read
And,
soap magazines in the toilet. Sorry.
But
Yes.
so you're scrolling and you're like, who is that person? Well, I just told Marty, I was like, I'm just gonna start hitting him up,
Yeah.
being like,
Hey, Chris.
it's your old pal Brett.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a podcast, and honestly, nobody has said no yet, and it's been awesome. And so it's just fun to have them on the show and like create content that way. But two, it's like been really fun for me to reconnect with all these people that I worked with either once or maybe just met at like a charity event or something.
Yeah.
But for some reason, we exchanged numbers, and for all of you out there who gave me your number one time, I'm coming for you.
Ooh,
So we've got some lines in the water right now, and like I'm excited for the future of the Brett Davern Show.
How often do you do the show?
We do the show. We record on Sundays
Okay.
or Saturdays, but we record on the weekends.
Okay.
And one time we did 5 in one day,
Oh, okay.
which was our record so far.
Like, he's like, Brett's
Ben
like, oh.
still hasn't woken up from that
from
one
all
yet.
that one. Oh.
I actually quit because of that episode that day. I'm no longer
It's
on
the
the
ghost
podcast.
of Marty. Generally, we try to do about 3 every Sunday,
Yeah.
and then we release new episodes Monday and Thursday.
Okay.
So it's twice a week. We used to do 3 times a week releasing an episode, and that was just like
too much.
my own mother was like calling me, going like, I can't keep up with the show. So we
yeah.
went down to 2 a week, and that seems to be like where people are finding us.
Yeah, I
little
think
bit.
so.
Yeah.
3 is too much.
Yeah.
I just wanted. I've been meaning to tell you.
Yeah, 3's too much.
3 is too
Yeah.
much.
Work it out now here on the air. Work it out here. Anything else you want to bring up to Brett while we're here? I can moderate it.
How
if
much
you want
time
me
do
to.
we have left?
Yeah, so, we got all afternoon. Don't worry about it. Just keep talking.
All right.
The
good.
biggest challenge for us is just because we record all of them on one day is like, and then it's going to get released maybe on Thursday, like 2 weeks from then, is like saying stuff that's in the moment,
yes.
you know? Like, did you watch the Emmys last night? Or, 2 weeks ago? Or
Yeah.
so it gets a little
Yes.
confusing sometimes. But I think the beauty of a podcast is that they're allowed to feel homemade in
Yes.
a way, and
Yes.
and you're allowed to make mistakes, which is really fun. Our first episode, something happened with the computer that we were recording on, and like the whole episode, we got home that night and Ben texted me and he's like, hey, you know that first episode we recorded today? Don't have any of it. So like, if you go scroll through our feed on iTunes or Google Play Music or Stitcher or your favorite podcast app, the very first episode that you come across, our guest is Jillian Rose Reed.
Yeah.
Because it was easy to book her on the
Well,
show because she gave Marty a ride to the studio that day.
What kind of ride? Okay, sorry. Like a ride.
A piggyback ride all the way from our apartment.
Got it. Okay,
But
there you go. Got
the
it.
episode begins with me doing like a disclaimer that's like, hey guys, so this was supposed to be our second episode, but it's our first because we lost the first one.
Yeah.
And what's fun is like our fans and like our audience is like responding with just like they love that. They
do.
love that we're just being honest with them and that we're just, you know, like we have mess ups all the time. Someone's phone will go off, or like, you know, we record on like Ben's laptop, so you'll hear him like get an email, and we're like, oh, mute that, and like, so you know, it's like it's super homemade, and like I think that's what's fun about it, though.
Yeah, that first episode was where we were talking all that sweet Harambe talk, though.
Harambe.
The first episode was so controversial.
Yeah, you guys missed it.
Too bad it's lost to the bowels of Ben's computer.
So it's nowhere. We can't. It's not gonna pop up like 3 years later from a vault.
No.
Yell out.
It's gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
Maybe it's gone.
Too bad.
That's crazy. So you guys you do 3 episodes. You film in studio. You shoot in Studio City or whatever.
We actually do it where Marty records all his music.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a music studio. Well, we don't use the actual music studio. We use the room outside of it because we need a little bit of extra room.
The foyer, if you will.
The foyer.
Yeah, we're right in Studio City. You know, come find us, crazy people. No,
the address is 2245.
Well, I say it every intro.
We had to have a talk about that because like he has his intro of the show and he's like, "Hey, welcome to the Brett Davern Show, recorded at Moore Park Studios." Blah, 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 blah. And we had a talk where I was like, "I don't know if you should say the name of the studio." And then Marty was like, "That'd be our greatest day ever when people start showing up." I was like,
funny,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, they have their logo in giant letters outside their studio. AfterBuzz TV.
If you're non-violent and don't own samurai swords,
and attractive.
well, it helps.
It does help.
But the attractive ones can sometimes be the
have
craziest.
The swords. I know, so I'm like the swords.
You gotta kind of watch out sometimes.
I'm like, sure, I'm a sucker. Come on in.
I don't think any attractive people own swords.
This is Hollywood.
I think maybe I just wish that.
I don't know. Like,
sorry, everyone.
I know.
I just got really nervous that I just was saying, "Come down to the studio."
I just got really excited.
God, get over it.
All right, as long as you get. Listen, if I'm about to get stabbed, you just jump in front of me.
No.
I think you just volunteered for it though, with the calm down.
I think it's my plot.
Furthest back in the room. If anybody
Okay. That's true.
That's true.
Oh gosh, we're gonna have to hire security now.
So Sky Patterson says, Brett Davern is awesome. I love you, man.
Oh, thanks, Sky.
And it's like, it's a guy. Oh, it's a guy.
Oh.
So it's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks.
See, there you go.
I love you too, man.
And lots of emojis.
Oh, which emojis though?
Is that a happy ghost?
Oh, happy ghost. Okay, good.
And some hearts and some diamonds.
Okay, cool. I'm down with that.
I understand what he's trying to say with those emojis.
Sure. Ghosting. I learned what ghosting is the other day.
It's where you do like just stop talking to somebody.
Yeah, when it disappear out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's happened a couple times.
It's happened to me.
Really?
Yes, and I'm like, me? Who ghosts me?
That happened to us with some of our guests.
One of our guests.
I was going to ask you, so far I've been doing this for a couple of years, I've only had one guest just not call, not show up.
Really?
Never again, just one time. The other one, a couple of like last minute had a couple, but he called me at least. But I have one who just never called.
That Rocco DeSpirito is getting way too big for his britches.
It's all that food.
I don't know. Rocco, sorry, buddy. I just made up a name off the top of my head.
That's actually a very random name. I like it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's not a real person?
I'm a random guy.
No, it's a real person.
No, it's a celebrity chef.
Celebrity chef.
Oh.
Yeah.
I only know Guy Fieri.
This is also, James, part of the reason I had to start a podcast, because I have all these weird things rattling around up here, and they have to come out somehow.
I like it.
That or on the subway.
Yeah. I was going to say, people on the street corner are getting sick of listening to me down on the Santa Monica Pier.
That's true.
We're gonna play a part of something that I just thought was just hilarious and also talented from Mr. Marty over there.
Yeah.
You can find a bunch of his clips up there. That is... Sky Patterson, while we're getting that ready, Sky Patterson, hashtag Brett Davern for Green Lantern.
Ooh.
Hashtag support superhero films.
No, Ben doesn't want me to play Green Lantern.
You should be Nova.
Nova? I don't know any of this stuff. I'll go for Green Lantern, Ben. Let me do the talking over here.
Also, Sky, there's 2 people on the show here,
I know.
all right?
I'd rather play Ryan Reynolds, though, you know?
You'd rather play Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I'm like, Zach, our engineer, are you in there? You know superhero stuff. Would you be a good Nova?
You can work as Nova. Nova's like...
he doesn't think so.
Well, the current Nova's like 13 years old.
Oh.
That's why Ben suggested it.
Ben sees me as a 13-year-old boy.
I guess so. I'm like, that's kind of crazy.
No, I'll go for Green Lantern. I like that. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, plus I like jewelry. I can pull off a ring.
I don't see you. I'm wearing jewelry. You're not wearing any rings. Like, here's a thing on. Okay, let's show part of this clip. I love it. Let's show this.
Oh, yeah.
used to love this song in the 90s. I mean, like, you're really good. I was laughing, but I was like, he's really good.
Thanks.
Bow wow. He doesn't let me do backup. So.
Got chicks in the stash, stacking up the cash. That's when it comes to the gas. By no means average.
Where's that at?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
That's the most that's the one.
Oh, is that Hotel Cafe?
Hotel Cafe?
Oh, Hotel
yeah.
Cafe, okay.
Like the way you work it, no diggity. I'm about to
I'm trying so hard not to sing right now.
I know, me too. I mean, it's just so good.
Thanks,
So I just want to show you. He did a little no diggity, folks.
I
That was
appreciate it.
Blackstreet back in there.
No, actually, that's an original.
I mean, you're exactly.
Well, he
But
wrote it originally.
Right,
He was
exactly
like
back
about
then.
8 years
Yes.
old. He slipped a
Yes.
demo to Blackstreet. He
Yes.
was like, "Hey, check this out, guys." And they were like, "Well, thank you, kind sir."
Yes. There's a lot. You have a bunch of videos on. You can watch. You can go to his channel and see them. I just love that because I used to love that song. It's a great song.
Thank you. Well, are you saying it's a great song, or I performed it great? Because I can't say thank you to you saying it's a great song.
You performed it great.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I looked up for a second. I'm like, no, you performed it great. No, so you had to sit down and rearrange it so it sounded good on a guitar.
Actually, do it with a loop pedal usually, and I'm familiar with that.
Yeah.
I do make a little beat on the. I flip the guitar over and like do a little drum beat on the guitar, and then loop that, and then it sounds better with that. But that was actually pretty good.
I
was pretty good at it.
That was good.
You know what else he does too? If the clip keeps running, so in the middle of No Diggity, then starts singing
California.
California.
Oh, yeah.
And then back into
So you gotta watch. You guys can go on and watch.
That's why we don't just call him a musician on the show. We call him musical savants.
Ooh, a savant.
So yeah,
I see music and hear colors.
I'm a podcasting prodigy. He's a musical savant.
I like that. I like that. Oh my god.
I just gave myself a title.
That's the worst title
Guy
too.
says that Marty Shannon should do a duet team up with Ed Sheeran and JT.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I'll do that.
Marty Shannon is cool as ice.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's true.
Brett Davern should join AMC's upcoming horror anthology TV series based on the Royal Navy and sea monsters.
Okay, I'm in.
He'll work. He's
Somebody
like,
from AMC, give me a buzz.
Right. And he worked with Ed Sheeran. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
He's some little musician from England.
Yeah, but
You know-
I hate money, so and
Yeah,
I
I mean,
also.
yeah.
Can I tell you, we've been sniffing around Timberlake,
Yeah,
okay?
JT.
Because we had
yeah.
Nikki DeLoach, who
Oh, yes.
played Lacey,
Yes.
Jenna's mom from Awkward, on our show.
Yes, yes.
And she's like best friends with Timberlake.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, she
Like
told us all about
best
it on the
friends.
show. If you want to hear about it,
Yes.
check out the Brett
Yeah.
Davern Show, iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast. Anyway, and then also we had Kenny Warmald on the show, and he was a dancer for Justin, like toured all over with him, and is like friends with him.
okay.
So we're sniffing around. We're trying to get it
He'll
done.
be on.
One more coincidence, and I think he's legally obligated to come on the podcast.
He's bound, or we're gonna find him and bound him
And then bring him in.
And
put him in the
bound
trunk
him.
of Marty's car. And
I
bring
like
him
that
over.
idea better for some reason.
Yeah.
Sure.
He-
Prison.
I got to meet him once at like
I have soft hands. I can go to prison. Yes, I understand.
I met him once at like a Nikki DeLoach thing.
Wow, yeah.
Name dropping again. Watch out,
Name
everybody.
dropping, that's why,
But
folks.
he was as cool as advertised, and I think he'd be fun to talk to. So Justin,
Give him a ring. Okay, is this true? Did you do a version of the song for Walking Dead on the show?
I did. I
So
did
they
do
said,
the song.
just
Yeah.
wanted to know.
Yep.
Very cool.
Are you?
tell us
so
about
the
that,
two-
Marty.
the-
He's like, yeah, I did. Next question, please.
I didn't know what was
No,
happening.
I just read that. I was going to formulate a question. I'm a true professional. God dang it!
I believe you.
I almost cussed just now.
You have any more soy sauce stories you'd like to tell?
No, I got plenty. I got a million. Let me tell
And
you.
chili sauce packet stories
Yeah,
that
boy.
last a lifetime.
That's good.
Do you
man.
think that sometimes
Stop
the
it. That's
restaurants
enough.
that the low sodium
leave.
is actually not low sodium? They just use regular, but they're telling us it's low sodium.
Well,
Marty,
I
tell us about
did
the
a
Walking
song.
Dead.
No, here's what's crazy. No, let me do what he just did to you. To you. So here's what's crazy. Here's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Because you say, can I have some more? They hand you one more or two more.
This is happening.
When I
Right.
say more, lady, I want
Right.
like 7 or 8.
Come on.
So I'm gonna go wait in the lobby.
No.
Back to you. Back to you,
Tell us
Marty.
about the Walking Dead.
Back to you, Marty. I love Walking Dead. So back to you.
It also so the if you guys are familiar with the show, the two young girls, was it Lacey? I don't remember their names.
We've said
young
too
girls.
many names up here today.
Yeah, they've been dropping names
The
all.
two little blonde
Lizzie.
girls.
Yes.
Lizzie.
Oh, yeah,
Lizzie
yeah,
and
yeah,
her
yeah.
sister.
Oh, those oh my God, that season, those
Right.
oh yes.
Right.
Okay.
Look at the flowers.
Look at the flowers. I almost said it. Look at the flowers.
flowers.
Oh my God, it still gets me every time. Anyway, so yeah.
So they reached out because they wanted to record. They got approached by, I think is Greg Nicotero. Is he one of the creators or writers? Or whatever?
Yeah, he's somewhere in there.
He got approached by they got approached by him, and they said, hey, you guys, since they kind of dabble in music, those
Yeah, they
two a
can
little
sing,
bit.
they can sing, yeah.
And so he reached out to them and said, would you like to maybe like write a little thing, acoustic singer-songwriter, sad little song for like the in memoriam or one of the like the final scenes where they're doing flashbacks or something. And so they reached out to me, and with them we wrote and recorded a little song where the two girls do it. It was a duet with them too.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was really fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you guys are like on the cusps of people. Mm-hmm. It seems like you both are just like you're there. Like you're,
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Oh,
in the
yeah.
business. You're in the business, but like you're like kind of.
I like to
There.
think of myself as the glue of Hollywood.
Sure.
The whole thing is bound together by me, and
Everyone sniffs you.
If I ever go away, the whole thing will just spin
I sniffed
out of
him, too.
control.
You did.
Yeah.
I watched you do it.
I sniffed him. That's crazy. Yeah. So that's.
I smell like Degree, Men's Adventure.
I wear Degree.
Everybody does.
I wear the because I don't break out. That's one of the few I don't break out.
Mm-hmm.
I wear the sports scent.
Yeah. I go for the adventure. It's like a bright orange one. I'm telling you.
I'm seeing yellow, orange, or some kind
man.
of bright thing going on there.
Oh,
Want to know
I'm
a funny story?
I'm confident. I'm raise my hand confident. Watch, I'm like pitting.
what?
Like it's like the worst thing ever. I'm like, whoops.
So I was rushing out of the house today, and I forgot to put deodorant on. So
Oh,
before
it's the
we
worst.
came to do this show,
Yes.
I walked to Rite Aid and got deodorant, Speed
Good
Stick,
man.
original scent. Put it on in the parking lot. I'm pretty sure one of your producers saw me doing it, thought I was doing some sort of drugs.
But when you sniff Speed Stick.
Well, I was also
man.
sort of embarrassed. So I was like ducking behind my car, making that sound the whole time too.
Oh, there's nothing better
I
than
haven't got
the old parking
Speed
lot
Stick.
deodorant application.
I'm all Speed Stick. I was that a long time.
Speed
It's
Stick,
also,
son.
can I just say too, like, when is this weather gonna? I'm sorry to like talk about the weather, but
I
like,
love it. That's what old people do. We talk about the
oh
weather.
my god, can it break, please? It's so
Well,
hot.
last night in LA, the wind was crazy. I loved it. I
really?
live by the airport, so it was LAX, and it was like the wind was blowing everywhere.
No,
my
that was just
plants-
inbound
was blowing through
traffic.
your
That
hair.
was just
The
incoming
405.
jets.
I'm near
Like,
yeah, the jets too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually see the jets they fly in.
His hair was flapping in the breeze.
Yeah, my hair was moving. It was just really crazy because, like you, I'm ready to wear sweaters.
Yeah.
I want to wear long pants.
Yeah.
I don't want to sweat to death every day. I mean, I'm not losing any weight, so I don't know what that's not doing anything for me.
Okay, Japan story too,
Yes.
real quick.
Oh,
so
boy,
we
boy.
fly over there. It's a straight through flight, and I was thinking, like, I didn't again, no preparation, so
Yeah.
I didn't really look up the weather. But I figured I'm from Seattle originally, so I figured like Japan's north,
Oh.
kind of. At least when you look at a map, it looks pretty parallel to Seattle. So I was like, finally, I got to get out of this weather. Go over
Yeah,
there.
it's an island.
100% humidity.
Yes.
And
We 100% when we landed.
I did check the
and-
weather before we went, and it was like 78. And I was like, oh, this is going to be great. But we got there, it was like,
horrible.
somebody put a wet rag over her face,
Oh,
and
it's
then we had to
crazy.
breathe
The
through
whole
it
time we're walking around just like dying of sweat.
Yeah.
Oh, Lauren Roth says producer Ben has the dreamiest voice.
Okay.
He does have a pretty dreamy voice.
Listen to me. I'm not going to bust you, but I should. That's his girlfriend.
Oh, God.
So, which is
Yes.
fine. I mean,
Yes.
hey, she's a fan.
Wait, didn't you
Yeah.
just say you're not going to bust him?
Yeah, that's
But you just did that's
what
all
we call a
that's the setup.
joke in
Yeah,
the old
But then you
biz.
said, but I should.
I know, so I did.
I'm not going to
And-
bust you.
First
But,
day on the show.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, you're right.
he just woke up. That's what's going on.
Are you new?
Well,
Yes.
he's asking because I should know Brett by now.
Then Tessa J says, "LOL, deodorant and weather talk."
Yeah. Sorry, Tessa.
I love Tessa. I love
Sorry.
And soy sauce. Don't forget that.
soy sauce and ketchup.
We
I'm
could talk
like-
about what else? What's a more sexy topic?
So okay, so basically, I have to be in your phone to be on your show.
Huh?
He has to be in your
Your
phone.
phone to be on your show.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
You have to be in his contact list.
In your contact list.
Yeah.
It's under James.
You will be after today.
Yeah, just James.
Let's do the show. Let's
I
do
loved
it.
your show. I
He's
loved
got
you.
14 Jameses, though.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like just like
And 3 of them work at Porto's, so he's
If you
got to
guys-
get...
the potato balls are so good at where we started on this.
Hello.
Look, we started.
yeah,
I mean,
don't
if you
wanna
have
get
an
you
extra
started.
hour after we're done and let Ben plug in his laptop, let's just do it. Let's just keep going. Right? Go for it, Marty. Hit it.
Hit it. Hit it.
It's the Brett Davern Show.
There you
I
go.
forget the rest.
Look at the rest.
Brought to you by.
Okay, good. Yes.
I love it. So you guys, this is a real project. This is something that you guys want to do. You're doing it twice a week.
Yes.
You're gonna do it for a while. This is something you're doing on the side in addition to your regular work that you do.
Yeah, I mean, okay, all kidding aside, really what was going on is like Awkward's on a break for now. Like I said, we don't know if we're coming back or not, but it's still up in the air and all this stuff.
We don't know, folks.
And so I'm like auditioning for other things and going out for all this stuff and you know, just have like a lot of downtime between auditions. And you know, as an actor, and so truthfully, like you start to kind of not get down, but just sort of go like get bored, honestly. And I felt like I wasn't being able to be creative or express myself, and the people at the gym were getting sick of listening to me talk in the sauna. And so no, but
Like, shut up. We're trying to relax.
But and really, like, Marty and I are we really are like fans of all these podcasts, and so I was listening to them, and a running theme, especially in the podcast that I listen to, is like they're kind of motivational in a way, and they're going like, you know, nothing's stopping you, like go do it, like you know, whatever your dream is, go after it. And even when I was a little kid, my parents got me like this like boombox thing. It was like a stand-up thing, and it had a microphone. You could plug it in.
Oh, yes,
and I would make my own radio shows in my bedroom. This is completely the truth. I was like 8, 9, 10. And I would like, it had a cassettes, you know, and it was like 2 cassettes. So you do record and play and pause. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
And I would like do voices of like callers, and I would do all the voices, and I'd have my dad come in and be like, hey, we're on the request line. And my dad being like, could I hear Fun, Fun, Fun by the Beach Boys? And then I'd like play it. So, like, I've always been into radio, and I've always been a really big fan of radio, you know? I mean, I grew up listening to, like, Loveline every night.
Man, rest in peace.
Yeah, you know, like...
I know,
so I was
totally.
just always a fan of radio, and like I said, so we were listening to all these podcasts, and they're all kind of... I felt like they were speaking to me, like, just do it, just do it, just do it. And so, truthfully, like, I just called Marty, and you know, and we were hanging out or something. Maybe we were hanging out in my backyard or something one time, and we were talking about podcasts, and I was like, we could do that. We could so do that. And so, yes, it is a lot of fun, and we're having a great time with it, but, like, to what you said, like, we are taking it seriously. Like, we want it to become a thing. Like, we're really, I mean, that's why we're here. That's why we're trying to, you know, promote it and all this stuff and get as many listeners as possible, because I think it really can be a real thing. And I've also noticed that in podcasting, a lot of the podcasts, the demographics skew older. And I think that we can kind of, like, bring this, like, awkward audience into this sort of new medium. And I got to tell you, too, the guests, when they come in, people are telling us some weird stuff.
Good.
Like, they really are.
Good,
because
good.
I think, you know, they put on the headphones and we just sit back at the desk, and there's not any cameras. We do put one part of the show on YouTube, but that's just like a little segment. The majority of it is just us talking, and most of these people I know already anyway. And so they just start telling us some weird stuff. And so I think once the audience starts to realize that their favorite personalities, you know, Frankie Muniz, Tyler Posey, Devin Werkheiser, I mean, the list goes, you know, Jillian,
Nathan
Molly
Kress.
Tarlov, all these
people
people that they're already fans of, they're starting to kind of, they're really like opening up to us in a way that I don't think that audience gets to see them open up when they're on your standard talk show or whatever. And so, you know, all kidding aside, like, I think that we're really excited to kind of bring this new art form or form of media or whatever you want to call it to a new audience. Yeah.
I think it's a great thing. Hey, you guys are doing a good job. I listened to some episodes, and I really enjoyed it. And, and you guys get great guests, you guys. They get some great guests on there, and you guys have a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it comes
we're
across.
trying.
And now that I see you guys in person, it just totally comes across.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, we're it's a work in progress for sure. We're getting better at not...
Not me, I'm fine.
We're getting better at not interrupting each other.
Yes.
It's all me.
I
interrupt them all the time.
Okay, good.
Yes.
No, I'm blaming myself. So I'm, you know, I'm something I'm working on.
Yes.
But yeah, you know, we're having a lot of fun with it.
Good.
So hopefully the audience continues to find us, and we just kind of keep the ball
I'm promoting
rolling.
you guys. I'm promoting you guys to death.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
And also, just keep having fun at it.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
the main thing. Just keep having fun at it.
Definitely.
Oh my God. So tell folks in that camera where they can actually find you guys individually, together, the show.
You go. I've been saying it enough. Where can they find us?
You can find us at Brett Davern Show on Twitter, Brett Davern Show on Instagram,
Brett Davern Show on Snapchat.
Yep. You can go to BrettDavernShow.com for anything that interests you.
Yeah, if you
horses or something. I don't know what we
Can I
have
say
on
this?
there.
if you have an iPhone, you have a podcast app. A lot of people don't know that.
It's on there.
You cannot delete it from your phone. So all of you out there with an iPhone, I know you have it.
Can you delete it?
Search Brett Davern Show. All right, fine, you can delete it, but don't. Search Brett. All you have to do is type in my name. It autofills. Hit subscribe. Check us out. Or BrettDavernShow.com. You can listen to all the episodes there and see pictures of Marty with his pants off.
That's true. Marty_Shannon on Twitter and Instagram.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Yes.
at BDav on Twitter. BDAVV as in victory.
Check out my new album, Marty. It's called 2600. It's on iTunes right now. You can stream it on Spotify as well.
Oh, you have an album. Oh, we have to get that going.
And Big Ben is on Twitter at TheBigBen76.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will definitely
yes.
follow you. I don't mind following you. I have to follow you. We'll
Yes.
talk recipes.
James, thank you so much, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
my
this is
pleasure,
awesome, man.
guys.
Thanks
My
so much for
pleasure.
having us.
So you guys, you can find this podcast, of course, on YouTube and iTunes under Spotlight On. It says Brett Davern and Marty Shannon, of course, and it's me, James Lott Jr. You can follow me at James Lott Jr. on all the interwebs. Yes, I said interwebs, all over the place. We'll see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Exciting. I go.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.